Hi folks, today we're going to take a look at Liberty Troll, where he goes to a Lake County DMV office and gets trespassed. But before we start today's video, as always, a big thank you to all of my current and new channel members and subscribers. Without your guys' continuous ongoing support, I couldn't keep the channel going, so I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Also, I want to plug something. My Rumble channel. I have a channel on Rumble, which I play movies 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, and I now have a weekly feature known as the Rift Theater, where I bring people up who are subscribed to my channel or are members of my Discord, and we get to have fun rifting bad movies. If that's something you'd be interested in, follow me on Rumble. There'll be a link in the description box down below. With all that being said, let's enjoy today's video.
This is David Jordan, Lake County tax collector. It's not a very big, hey, good morning. It's not a very big office. Got a pretty big waiting area here, though. Restrooms and testing center. This is no video or audio recording allowed beyond this point. I'm not sure if that's referring to that door. Probably not.
Sir.
We're out here.
Sir.
Huh?
Sir. No audio or video recording past here.
Well, that's just the policy, sir. That's not the law.
Even though it is not a law, it's still policy of the tax collector's office, which is also the DMV, to prevent you from going back there where sensitive information could be gathered by your camera. Now, you usually obey the rules and policies. That's what you fraudsters say. But clearly, you think you're above the law and above everyone else. Just because you put a camera on your chest and say that you're a journalist does not make it so. You see, if you're going to be a journalist, act like a journalist. I say this to every frauder every time I have a debate with them. Do you follow the key ethics of journalism? This would be a violation of one of those ethics.
Are you a law enforcement officer?
That's what I do.
Can I get your name and badge number, sir?
My badge number is 550.
550? And I can't see your name tag.
Lieutenant Ross.
Lieutenant Ross. Okay, hey,
The reason
Lieutenant.
you can't take a video back there is because people's driver's license and personal information is back there.
I understand. I understand the
If you need to
reason.
see someone, just go get a number.
Yeah, I understand. I'm just here to gather content for a story. I'm not here to,
Okay.
get a driver's
Just
license
go
or
get a
anything like
number.
that. If I get a number, I can go back in there? No
Yeah,
problem?
you
Okay,
gotta
yeah.
get a number.
All right,
Get
no
a
problem.
number to do
No
whatever
problem.
you need to do.
Yeah, no issue. Where's it at?
You gotta go see her. Whatever you need to do, whatever transaction.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, could you get me a number? He said I need to get a number in order to go back in there.
What are you doing first?
I'm just gathering content for a story.
A what?
Gathering content for a story.
We just driver license here. Go
Yeah, I'm aware. Yeah, I'm getting some B-roll footage and doing a little story on the DMV here
You're lying.
in Lake County. He said I need he said I can go back there as long as a number, so.
Hold on 1 minute. Please.
I don't think you guys have numbers for that sort of thing anyway. I'm just being nice right now, guys. What'd you say? I'm doing good. What did she say? Am I getting a number or? Sure. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, I need to get a license plate. The whole thing.
Okay, so this sign right here is referring to this area over there, but it's not referring to this door. That's why I thought it might be referring to.
Yeah, I do.
Now, due to the fact that there's going to be a lot of dead air of him walking around there, we're actually going to jump ahead into his confrontation with law enforcement, telling him he's not supposed to be back there.
Excuse me.
Sure, you can't be back there.
Well, I just tried to get a number. She said they don't have numbers for that.
You can't be back here. Sensitive information. You can't be back here.
Sir, wherever the people
You
can
can
be,
stay
the
out
press.
there.
Wherever the people can be, the press can be. That's case
Sir,
law.
you can be out there. You can't be back here.
Sure I can.
People's driver's licenses and stuff are back
It's
here.
not my intention to get that stuff, sir.
Okay, sir, you need to step out that way or go in there, videotape, whatever you want. You can't be back here.
I'm allowed to videotape back there. I have a right to, sir.
You cannot be
You have a constitutional right to be a dumbass. Why don't you jump up on the stand? You have a
back there.
First Amendment protected activity. If you interfere with
Sir,
that today,
you cannot be back there.
sir, if you interfere with my First Amendment protected activity, you will be held liable.
I'm just telling you, you cannot be back here. That's all.
According to what?
You cannot be back here. This is personal information.
I understand
People's
that.
driver's license, social security
I'm
number,
not here to
stuff
get
like
that. That's not illegal, sir. I'm not here to gather that. That's not illegal.
You need to step out.
Or what?
Step out of here, please.
What's going to happen if I don't?
You just need to step out. This is a sensitive area. You need to step out.
Are you going to arrest me if I don't?
I didn't say that. I told you to step out.
The answer is no. If it's a request,
Please step out.
answer is no.
Step out.
Is that a lawful order?
I'm telling you right now, step out.
We'll have.
Well, at this point, you are clearly trying to cause a scene, so they can ask you to leave. Since you're not obeying the policies and rules of the tax collector's office, when they have a sign saying no videos or photos beyond this point, and you keep violating it. Not to mention, this sheriff's lieutenant is telling you to step out from that area, and you're refusing. At this point, you would be grounds for trespassing, because you would be creating a disturbance, since all of you frauders want to say you need some form of crime to get you trespassed from a public place. There is your crime. Disorderly conduct.
If I don't.
Step out, sir.
Are you going to arrest me if I don't?
I don't know yet. I haven't decided that. Step out.
Is that a request or lawful order?
I'm requesting you.
Sir, I'm going to ask you to
Step
take
out.
a few steps back. You're in my personal space.
You
Take
need to
a
leave.
few steps back. You need to get out of my personal space.
I'm not going anywhere.
I have a constitutional right to take
do
pictures
what?
and video inside of my public building.
Out there.
Shenanigans.
Nah, 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 nah.
Shenanigans.
Nah, 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 nah.
And we're calling shenanigans here. Because yes, you may have a constitutional right to film your public employees in the course of their duties. It does not mean you can do it wherever you want, especially where time, place, and manner restrictions and posted signs prevent you from doing so. Seeing as the tax collector's office has a sign prohibiting cameras from being taken in certain areas, such as the windows where you were just at, where people are giving out their private personal information to protect their clients and their customers, they have posed time, place, and manner restrictions there. But if you choose to ignore that, that gives them grounds to have you trespassed because you decide that your feelings are more important than everyone else's own personal safety.
Here, that's the public out there. This
It's
is
public
private
in here.
back here.
It's open to the public, sir.
No.
Time, place, and manner restrictions.
If you're doing
It's a limited
business,
public forum. I am conducting business. First Amendment protected business, sir. If you interfere, you will be held liable. I'll sue you, and you'll lose your qualified immunity, Lieutenant.
Yeah, well, good luck with that.
do not come back here.
What are you going to?
You cannot come back
Are you
here.
going to arrest me if I don't go back there?
Sir, you cannot come back here. I'm telling
I
you that.
can. I can
You
physically
cannot-
walk
this
back
is
there
a
if I
private
decide
area.
to.
You can't come back here.
It's private.
I'm telling you.
You want
this
to?
is, if
Are you
you're
sure?
doing business.
This is not private,
Sir, you cannot come back here.
sir. This is not private. This is public.
You stay right here.
This is a public area.
I'm just telling you, stay right here. This
I'm
is
just
not
telling
public.
you. I'm not going to listen to
This
your
is not public.
to your request. It is public.
It's not public back here.
You want to take it to a judge?
not.
Guarantee you it is.
Yeah, you just have an issue.
It's not illegal. It's not my intention to get that information.
Yeah, Lauren's right here.
While it may not be your intent to get people's personal private information, you're still doing it and you're still putting it out there on the internet. Now, you could say all you want that this is just you holding your government accountable. This is you filming your government employees to make sure they're doing what's right and not violating the rights of the people. But you're no different. You're violating their rights, their safety, their financial futures by putting their personal information out there on your video. Yes, you have a constitutional right to film them. Nobody's denying that. But when there's time, place, and manner restrictions in a limited public forum such as the tax collector's office with signage and staff telling you that you cannot go to a certain area with your camera and you choose to do so, you're spitting in the face of all those who fought for your rights. Because this just proves it's not about a story you're working on. It's not about the rights of the people. It's about what your feelings are telling you. And your feelings are telling you that you're more important than everyone else. And that's not the case.
can get her. She's on the phone.
That's good. This guy's a tyrant.
Okay. 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 All right, that's what I'll do. Okay, thanks. All right, bye.
Is that your supervisor?
Okay.
I need to speak to your supervisor, sir. I'm requesting your supervisor. No, law enforcement. Yeah, law enforcement
I am
supervisor.
law enforcement supervisor.
I want to speak to your supervisor
What's that? There is
because you don't understand the law, sir. You're law ignorant. I want to talk to somebody who understands the law. This is a
You're gonna have to
public.
wait.
This is a public space in a public building. I think you know I'm right. That's why you're not threatened to arrest me because you know you're going to lose in court if you go that route, sir.
Right.
Do not interfere with my First Amendment protected activity. It's not going to work out well for you.
You're on the phone with them now, Lauren?
Hey, Lauren, how you doing? Are you a supervisor here, or
She runs-
oh, you
she
are?
runs-
Okay.
she runs everything.
Can I want to talk to you for a second. So yeah, my understanding is this is a public building. This is a public accessible area wherever the people are allowed to be. It's open to the public. Time, place, and manner restrictions. Obviously, this being open to the public, the press can go wherever the people can go.
Yeah, but you can't phone customers' information, so that's why it's protected back here.
I understand, but that's why it's the onus isn't on me though, as a member of the public, to protect that information. It's on you guys to create your own privacy, or you know, or do things a little bit more on the DL. You know what I'm saying?
So the onus is on them to create privacy to protect their client's information. Huh. Like that sign that says no videos or photos beyond this point. The sign you choose to ignore. Or staff telling you that you cannot do that in that particular area, which you are choosing to ignore. It's not that they haven't tried to create it, it's you're choosing to ignore it because it goes against what you personally believe. If you want them to have private offices, pay for the building yourself, design it to be that way. If you cannot handle the mature thing of being told what to do because you are violating their rules and their policies, then you need to be taught as a child and taken out of the building.
Like not to do things out loud where I can hear it. My intention is not to get that information. I could care less about that stuff, but it's not illegal to obtain that information. If you were to use that information in a criminal way, obviously, if I was to sell it on the black market or something stupid like that, then obviously, yeah, that would be wrong. But yeah, but you guys have QR codes here, which means you have to pull out your camera for that sort of stuff anyway. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gathering content for a story. I'm not here for nefarious purposes.
I wish.
I used the word, but I didn't know I shouldn't have moved.
Are you calling supervisor, sir?
No, you're doing great. I don't know.
Well, it's part of your policy. If a member of the public asks for a supervisor, request a supervisor to get him.
I already talked to my supervisor.
I haven't talked to your supervisor. I'm requesting to talk to your supervisor.
I'm not calling anybody. I already talked to them.
Yeah, you're going to learn today, sir. This isn't North Korea, just so you know. You swore an oath to the Constitution, did you not, Lieutenant? My expectation is that you honor your oath, not be an oath breaker today.
Yes.
Promise you, you'll lose in court.
Here it is.
Just come here. Shut your stupid ass up.
First, that's certificate.
I'm sorry, what am I waiting on? With your manager? Okay.
Oh, yeah, can we do that right now? Actually, I'm selling it to a friend of mine right now.
Yes.
That's fine.
So you guys don't have cameras, body cams?
Okay. Okay, sir. That's what we'll do. Okay. All right. Yes, sir. All right. Bye.
Is that your supervisor?
That was.
All right, is he coming out to speak with me?
No.
All right, I'm requesting a supervisor, sir.
I want to speak to your
I've asked you about 10 times already.
Okay, thank you.
So just to be clear, officer, if I was to go back there,
So I just spoke with my supervisor,
Uh-huh.
and they have informed me that you would have to speak in your lobby. You cannot come past those signs until you
oh, that's not true. This is a public space, and it's within operation hours.
So if
Yeah.
you don't want to oblige with that,
I-
then we will have to come.
I would ask that you look up the First Amendment under the Constitution of the United States. It already affords us the right to go into anywhere that's publicly accessible inside of a public
We
building.
will have to contact. Contact law enforcement, and we're not going to stay out in the lobby.
Sure, you guys do whatever you got to do. I've already told him, what's going to happen if he decides to violate my rights today. But just so you know, whatever manager you spoke to, what was their name, by the way?
I can't give you that.
You can't give, that's a public information, though.
Yeah. My manager's name is Miranda.
Sorry?
My manager's name is Miranda.
Miranda what?
Starling.
Starling? Oh, like the Chevy Buick GMC Starling? Okay, gotcha. So, just so I know you're just trying to relay the information to me, but if something does happen, my rights are violated, just so he knows and your manager knows, Ms. Starling will be on a federal civil lawsuit. Okay, and this place will be liable. So,
Are there, so you will
yeah.
have to stay in the lobby.
Okay, well, I'm going to decline that request if that's a request.
Okay, so law enforcement is on their way, so they can handle it.
Okay, well, who's he? Is he a lieutenant?
Yes.
Okay.
He's with the sheriff's office.
So, do you have arresting powers? Do you have arresting powers, Lieutenant?
Hey, I'm not talking to you.
Are you stupid or something?
Okay, well, then I'm going to continue doing what I was going to
You
do.
cannot walk back here. I already told you that.
What's going to happen if I do?
You cannot walk back here.
Or else what?
You cannot walk back here. You need to step that way.
Or else what?
They've already asked you to step that way.
And I turned down that request.
Well, you're going to need to.
All
leave this
requests?
sensitive
All
area.
requests? This is not a sensitive area, sir. This is open to the public.
This is sensitive area back.
I'm not gathering in information. That's not my intent.
If the cameras are recording, they are picking up information. It may not be your intent to do so, but you are doing so. You have been told not only by this lieutenant, but by the management and the supervisor's manager that you are not allowed to be in this area recording. The argument you have made is laughable. There are signs posted telling you you cannot be in this area recording. If you were to take this to court, the judge would laugh you out of the courtroom because they did not violate any of your rights. As a matter of fact, you are violating other people's rights. You are exploiting them for your gains.
Well, I'm sorry, you can't not.
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to listen to your request. Are you giving me a lawful order? What law do you suspect me of committing, sir? What law do you suspect me of violating? I'll tell you right now, you're on thin ice right now. You're the one that's violating my rights. Hey, how you doing, sir?
He just needs to step out. You just need to step.
So I was explaining, you looked like you're about to go hands-on there for a minute. I'm here in a public area. This is a public area in a public building.
You need to leave, and we don't want to start a disturbance. If you start a disturbance, what's going to happen is that's going to be a breach of the peace.
You're starting disturbance, sir. I'm not. I'm just here
I'm just
exercising.
telling you, you cannot be back here.
All right, so I'm exercising my rights. I'm taking pictures and video inside of a public space in a public building. I'm not disturbing the peace. I'm not keeping people from doing their...
Now let's take a look at what Florida Law 877.03, breach of the peace, disorderly conduct, actually says. Whomever commits such an act as a nature to corrupt the public moral, or outrage the sense of public decency, or affect the peace and quiet of a persons who may witness them, or engages in brawling or fighting, or engages in such conduct as to constitute a breach of the peace or disorderly conduct, shall be guilty of a misdemeanor in the second degree. Since he is openly being defiant and telling them that he will not obey the rules, and he's continuing to do so and continuing to raise his voice, he could be cited with disorderly conduct, breach of the peace.
Sir, I'm not done. Can I talk to him?
The manager over here. Yeah, we got to talk.
What's your name and badge number, sir?
Abusaritza 3213.
All right, I'm Zach. Nice to meet you. What's your badge number again? Sorry, I didn't catch that. 2213? 321. Okay, gotcha. So, yeah, I'm just in here, like I said, taking pictures. That's all. I'm not, wherever the people can be, the press can be. I'm taking pictures for a story I'm working on. Okay. That's all. So he's giving me a hard time about it. He's standing awfully close. I've asked him to take a step back.
The manager has asked you to do whatever you want out there.
Okay, she's asking me.
Back here.
It's a request.
She told you, or she said she was going to call the sheriff's office. This is one of our deputies. I'm
So-
looking at this detail here, and he's asking you now also to step out there.
What's going to happen if I don't step out? Because let me tell you right now, if you guys interfere
You
with...
create a breach of the peace, you go to jail.
Sir, you're interrupting me. You're the one that's being disruptive.
What the fuck are you talking about, man?
Let me explain to him what I explained to you. If you guys interfere with me participating in First Amendment protected activity, which is protected in the Constitution of the United States, you guys will be held liable.
So I get that part, but to get access here, you have to be called and you have to be here for a reason. So
I am here for a reason. Constitutionally protected
yeah,
business.
to get like IDs and everything like that. I mean, people's information are right here. They're doing.
I understand that. It's not my. Just so I'll tell you the same
No,
thing.
I get it.
I'm not
You
here
know,
to get that information. I could care less.
I understand.
But that's not
You don't
illegal.
know-
That's not illegal.
Yeah.
What you do with it criminally, I mean, that's a whole other thing. But I'm not here to gather
this is
that.
a separate part of the building that requires you to get a ticket for.
I'm not here for
call you
those
back
types
here.
of services. You don't need a ticket to exercise your
But
rights.
you need a ticket to get here.
That's not true. If you're here to get a license or one of those other
Do you have that on
services,
paper?
Hmm?
Do you have that on paper?
Have what on paper?
That says what you just stated.
You just stated that you need a ticket number.
Do you have a?
I asked them
do
for
you
a
have
ticket. I asked them for a ticket number. They said we don't give ticket numbers for press. So that's kind of a mute point.
But do you have any kind of rule that says that you can be back here without one of those tickets?
I don't care about the rules, sir. I care about the law.
Do you really care about the law? Or are you just saying that because it's a good sounding buzzword for your video? I say that because that's what frauditors like to do. They like to use buzzwords like constitutional right, civil rights lawsuit, First Amendment, freedom of press, I am press. They use these words and phrases because they know it makes them sound more official. If they actually understood the laws that they quote, or misquote in this case, and the rules that they misquote, they would understand that what they are doing is breaking the law or breaking the rules. Like every time they go to the post office and they misquote Poster 7. Every time they go to a Social Security Administration building saying they can film, US v. Cordova takes care of that. It's not about obeying the rules. It's about them getting the confrontations so they can get the clicks and views for their videos.
Well,
First Amendment,
rules, laws, are
freedom,
same
freedom of
thing.
press, right? You've heard of freedom of press,
Law,
correct?
But
Well, you swore an oath to the Constitution, did you not?
yeah, I did.
So my expectation is that you're to honor that oath.
Yeah.
I didn't swear an oath to the Constitution. I'm just exercising it.
Okay.
Okay? So we shouldn't have an issue. Unless I keep people from doing their jobs or I break the law, there's nothing for you guys to do here.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay?
I'm not disagreeing.
I'm not going to
with
be
you.
here for that long, brother.
I'm not
I'm just sitting here
disagreeing
taking
with you.
pictures. It's not a big deal. I'm not here to gather anybody's personal information, but if that does happen, it's not like it's against the law.
Right. So
Actually stealing people's private information and using it or putting it out there on the dark web, or in this case putting it on YouTube where somebody's life could be stolen because of identity theft, would be a crime, and you could possibly be liable for that. However, we're going to be jumping ahead. This deputy here does try to make the argument and allow him to film, even though he's been asked to leave and he refuses to do so. So let's jump to the point where he is escorted out of the building and trespassed from this point on.
If you do not go out to the lobby, Lake County Police Department, Sheriff's Department is going to trespass you from here.
I need to hear it from the law
No,
enforcement
she
officer.
is-
I am the manager
She's the
here.
manager.
I have just spoken with my boss and our tax collector.
So
And
you
if
leave
do
now,
not
you're
go
gonna be
back to the
trespassed.
lobby,
You
you
heard
are
right.
going to
For
be
by who?
trespassed.
By
By
Well,
By Lake County
but you
Tax
guys
Collector.
enforce trespasses, right? So if I don't leave right now, what's going to happen?
you will be arrested and you will be trespassed.
I need to hear from law enforcement. You're not.
Actually, you need to just hear it by her, because as Florida law states 810.08, trespassing, whoever without being authorized, licensed, or invited willfully enters or remains in any structure or conveyance, having been authorized, licensed, or invited, is warned by the owner or lessee of the premises or by a person authorized by the owner or lessee to depart and refuses to do so, commits the offense of trespassing in a structure or conveyance. Now, you have been warned and told by the manager of the tax collector's office that you need to leave or you will be trespassed and arrested. The officers here, I should say deputies, my apologies, have told you the same thing. You will be trespassed and arrested if you do not leave. Continue to do so, and well, you can get you some new bracelets and end up with a new charge.
Law enforcement.
No, we're telling you that you're being trespassed from this area.
Why won't you just give me a yes or no? Will I be arrested if I don't leave?
If you don't leave after your trespass, there's a trespass after warning. If we trespass you because she wants you trespassed and you refuse to leave at that time you go to jail.
Okay, I need to know when we're at that point. So if I don't leave
Well,
right
you're gonna
now,
be trespassed.
if I don't leave right now, will I be under arrest?
You're going to be trespassed right now and asked to leave.
Will I be arrested if I don't leave right now?
Once you're trespassed, and we read the trespass warning to you. Once you're trespassed,
I'll wait for
at that
the
point-
I'll wait for the warning. I'll wait for the
Do you have a
warning.
trespass warning?
Is Leesburg coming?
They're right.
They'll do it.
Let's just be a man and just tell me, hey, be a man and tell me
just told you.
if I don't leave, what's going to happen. Just say the magic words and I'll leave. Under threat of arrest, I'll leave. Say the magic words, Lieutenant.
You have a
You just want to think everybody here is smarter than everybody, right?
Yes.
How you doing, sir?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Well, I was doing better, but
Sure. I do. You need one?
hey, Sergeant, how you doing? What's your name and badge number?
Sergeant Abston.
Sergeant Abston.
Yes, sir.
And your badge number, I'm sorry? 10. Oh, just 10. Okay, that's simple. All right, I can remember that. My name's Zach. So I'm back here. I'm engaged in constitutionally protected activity, First Amendment, freedom of press.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the video. And just remember, anyone who calls himself a journalist is a
This guy's trying to escalate the situation. He's creating a disturbance. I'm just minding my own business, peacefully taking pictures. I'm not trying. It's not my intention, Sergeant, to get anybody's personal information. That's not against the law anyway, but I'm not here to do that. I understand they have a policy, but that policy doesn't trump the United States. It doesn't supersede the Constitution. So I just want to make sure that he doesn't make a big mistake and cost, a civil lawsuit, which would be a 1983 civil lawsuit, civil rights violations.
From mine, I'm Leesburg Police Department. He's the
Okay.
Lake County Sheriff's Office.
Okay.
What he decides to do, I'm just here monitoring the situation.
I got you. All right.
So if
Well,
he's asking me for a trespass,
Yeah,
warning,
we
I'm
just
going
Okay.
to provide him with one.
I would just ask whatever decision you guys do. My expectation is you guys honor your oath and don't violate my rights. Obviously, let me finish up here. I'm not going to be here, till they close. But if you guys leave, excellent. I'll probably be here shortly.
Well, it doesn't matter what you want because you've already been trespassed by the management of the tax collector's office. They have told you to go back there or you will be trespassed. You refuse to leave this area, so you're trespassed now. You don't get the right to stay here anymore. Now, you can follow the 3 officers or you can stay there and, well, you can end up like Chile.
After that, but if you guys decide to go the route of, okay, you're going to try to enforce a trespass, and then you guys give me a threat of arrest, I'll leave at that point. Just so you know, there's no need for anybody to get arrested or anything like that. So if it gets to that point, I'm just like, no, I will leave under threat of arrest.
Because he's
Okay.
needs to be trespassed.
All right,
I appreciate
so
you.
For us to trespass you, we're going to use your ID. Get that on you.
In the state of Florida, all you need is a physical description. You can't order an
I need your
ID.
driver's license number to go with the trespass warrant.
You need a physical description.
That's not how it works in our system. So
And
if you want me to trespass you,
I don't work for the police department, though. In the United States, all you need is a physical description. You cannot demand ID unless there's a law being broken. I have not broken any laws.
well, you're trespassing.
This guy is fucking stupid!
Well, then I have an opportunity to leave at that point, and then I just leave. And you guys can't. There's no laws that have been broken.
We're told you we're about to trespass you.
So if I don't leave, I'm going to be arrested?
Correct.
At this point now.
Okay, then I'll leave.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye. And what was your name again?
Luceritza.
All right, and your name?
Ross.
Ross? Okay.
Adios. Everybody give him a round of applause. Thanks for waiting for the police department. Yeah, way to go, buddy. You're so awesome.
Is it the whole building? Is it the whole building?
Live stream is 3 blocks down the road.
Man, this guy's a tyrant. You're going to be famous. You're going to be famous. You were nice at first, but you ultimately are violating my rights. Tyrants. All right, so where am I trespassed to?
So the issue was, okay, at the end, is just like any other
This
secure
clown wants
part of the
entertainment.
building, okay? Once you pass that point, it's now a secure part of the building. It's completely separate from the tax collector's office itself, and it's a separate entity. So the moment that you pass back there,
that's open to the public, sir. They have services for the public back in there.
For the public, but for you to get access to that part, you have to have an articulable reason for you to go back there.
Yeah, a constitutional protected business.
Of the services that they provide.
You going back there to make a video for YouTube does not count as business, nor is it you conducting business. It's you just annoying people.
All right, so how do you say your last name again? I'm sorry, I can't.
Abusaritza. It's right there.
I can't read it.
Right,
it's hard for me to pronounce. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be funny, but
okay.
I just like to be respectful and deputy, right? Okay,
yes.
I'll go by your military rank. So deputy.
Okay.
I understand they have a process in which they want to do things, but again, camera back. I'm going to FOIA request that. Don't delete that footage, sir. That's public record you're creating there. So wherever it's open to the public, the press can be. The Supreme Court has already ruled, it's already been decided on, that taking pictures and video inside public spaces and public buildings is legitimate business for news gathering purposes, which is what I'm here to do.
Well, I don't disagree with you, but that part of the building articulates
again,
it's the same as a courthouse where you can't record in
a courthouse. In a courtroom you can't.
Yeah,
correct.
That is the same,
but that's not the same.
Same thing as a courtroom.
It's not the same as a courtroom because there's people in there conducting business. Imagine this. Would it make sense for press to go into, not be able to go into an area where an average Joe can go into if they had news gathering for, say, that area? That makes no sense.
Well, there's already places like that in the White House and in Congress, like the press junket rooms, where the actual press go and do interviews with politicians, the president, the Secretary of Staff. They do those kinds of things there. The average person is not allowed in those rooms. So your argument is flawed right there.
Get a service done.
Sir,
you're done. Maybe if you grabbed a ticket
look at this
and
clown.
you came back there with your camera going to get your driver's license, it'd be different. Because now you have a reason to be there, but you went back there without any intentions to either get a driver's license.
It doesn't matter. I've already been through that, man. It's constitution protected activity, and you guys, you guys violated my rights.
I'm just doing as I'm told.
But you guys violated my rights, and I will see you guys in court. Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. So where am I? How long's the trespass for?
At this point, you left before I was even able to trespass you.
So I'm not trespassed.
No.
Okay, I'm going back in then.
No, you.
Well, I can't trespass him without his ID. I don't know who he is. I need his ID to trespass him.
Trying to drive. So trespass.
He just said I'm not trespassed.
No, you are trespassed. They do not want you here.
How long's the trespass for?
It's inevitable.
So forever.
Okay. Until they drop it. It's up to them to drop it.
So if I go back inside, are you going to arrest me?
You will have to be arrested, yes, because we've just advised you've been trespassed from this property.
Okay. So where's the end of the property?
Out there on the road.
Okay. I'll see you in court. Tyrants. All right.
And we're going to end the video here. He was officially trespassed from that property. He does have a conversation with the gentleman in the orange shirt while he tries to convert him to becoming a frauditor, but has the common sense to object to his request. He does also go down to the Lake County Sheriff's Department to see if the trespass is valid and still in effect, and they confirm that it is. Then he states he will try to sue them for violating his civil rights. If you guys like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a thumbs up and a comment because it helps me with the algorithm. And if you can, please consider becoming a member. With all that being said, be well, be safe. And a special thank you to all members of the news team. Without your guys' continuous ongoing support, I couldn't keep the channel going, so I want to thank all of you personally from the bottom of my heart.